Good morning and welcome everyone here to the beautiful Gillingham Hall here at Annesley Junior School. Thank you for joining me here this morning with our live audience in front, as well as those of you on the District 201C1 Facebook page live streaming with us here today. Wherever you are across beautiful Adelaide, South Australia, nationally across Australia, or potentially anywhere else globally. Thank you for joining us for this first time ever live streaming such an event of the district level of judging of the club's Lions International Peace Poster Contest. Yay! Keep it going. My name is Andy Stacey and I'll be your host for today. Sit back and relax. Your only job here today is to appreciate the artistic skills and efforts of our talented students from these posters for the song and to have a good time. On behalf of the Peace Poster coordinators from the district, we thank you everyone here for coming along. I'd like to formally welcome a few particular people. The 201C1 District Governor, Tony Pedrick, thank you for coming along. Immediate past District Governor, Kevin Masters, thank you Kevin. District Peace Poster Coordinator, Julie Pickles. Club Presidents who are here today. Our 4 distinguished judges over to the side. And I thank you so much for giving up your time to be here with us on this historic occasion. I'd like to also thank Joe Rossiter from Annesley Junior School for, on behalf of allowing us to be here this morning. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So what a morning this will be. The club winning posters have been decided and are now here to battle it out to the district level judging of the Lions International Peace Poster Contest. Yay! So now if you're watching live on our District 201C1 page, Facebook page, give us a thumbs up. We've got Peter on the camera there, so give us a thumbs up, give us some love. Let us know which club maybe you're from, wherever you are in the world. Let us know what district you're maybe from, wherever you are in the world as well. If you're a student from a school or a school representative from a school as well, let us know where you're from. We'd love to know where you're coming from, so hopefully there's lots of people watching this as well as the live audience that we have here today. And as the morning goes on, we'll give you a shout out to those who are watching online as well. So thank you for coming along and joining us with us. Now, let's talk about these marvellous peace posters, the stars of the day. And it starts to become a bit of a tongue twister when you keep on saying Lions Club International Peace Poster Contest, Lions Peace Poster Contest. But yay! Well done. But such peace posters produced by purposefully minded pupils from public and private schools that powerfully promote positivity, prosperity, and peace have been painstakingly but precisely and perfectly painted or penciled these portraits with the aim to proclaim their prize and put themselves in the pole position to progress and to the penultimate stage of the process. Now if I can't get a pass from a primary school principal, Mrs. Pauline Parker, on my poetry attempt right there and then with prose and peer alliteration, then I don't know what's going to do it. What else would it take? That's enough from me. Let's hear from a few other people of the guests that are here today. I'd like to invite our 201C1 District Governor, Tony Pedrick, up to the microphone to say a few words.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning. Special thanks to Lions attending this morning, our guests, our judges, our contestants, and the children in the audience who have come along as well. I've got to get this right because I get this to attend, but I already said it earlier, to attend the final judging for our District 201C1 International Peace Poster Contest. 2021
John, Evelyn and
through
Bronte.
service. The Lions International Peace Poster Contest is one of many Lions Club International youth programs that aim to provide opportunities for self-development, education, contribution and achievement for young people. The contest presents a unique, enjoyable and enriched educational experience for youth and enrichment of school curriculum areas of learning, creating, communicating, technology and development, and contributes to further development of artistic and writing skills, self-expression and personal growth, sharing ideas and messages of peace and acknowledging youth's positive efforts and achievements. Youth who are 11, 12 or 13 years of age by the 15th of November are eligible to participate in this competition. Each year, more than 600,000 young people from many countries around the world participate in the contest since the initial contest in 1988. More than 6 million youth in schools and youth groups have enthusiastically applied, created skills, attention to contest peace theme, rules and criteria to express individual visions of peace, and in their colourful peace posters and quotes on peace. Thus, for over 3 decades, Lions clubs around the globe have been sponsoring a very special art contest in schools and youth groups. Creating peace posters gives children everywhere the chance to express their visions of peace and inspire the world through art and creativity. Our theme this year, Peace Through Service, has enabled Lions to provide an important reminder to the world that through service we can give and receive so much joy, kindness, hope and peace. This year, young people have the opportunity to express their visions of peace through the lens of service. I commend this competition to you and hand back to you, Andrew, and we'll go forward.
Thank you so much, District Governor Tony. I'd now like to ask District Peace Poster Coordinator Julie Pickles to come up.
Thank you, DG Tony, and welcome everyone to this unique event. Welcome also everyone watching on live streaming. And I'd also like to thank Andrew and Patria, Indy and Addy for all their help this morning setting up the hall. And it wasn't an easy task. My name is Julie Pickles and I'm the President. Lion Helen Martin from Midleton and District Lions Club and are the 201C1 District Coordinators for the Lions Club International Peace Poster Contest.
Yay!
Helen would have loved to have been here, but is currently recuperating at home in Midleton and sends her apologies. We wish her a speedy recovery. I would also like to acknowledge Vice District Governor John and Lion Carol Bowes, who are also apologies today. They took time out of their week to deliver peace posters from 3 of our country Lions clubs. Thank you, John and Carol. When I saw these posters earlier today, I was astounded by the quality of them. These young people have lots of talent. I would like to thank the judges, who you will all meet later, for giving up their time today. I would like to wish all the contestants good luck in this contest, and thank you all for being here or viewing online, and may the best poster win. Thank you.
Annesley Junior School for Joe, not start that again. Can I please ask for the head of primary school for Annesley Junior School, Joe Rossiter, to come to stand?
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you for the invitation to be here today. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jo Rossiter, and I'm the Head of Primary Years here at Annesley. Welcome to Gillingham Hall, a hall that is nearly 100 years old and represents the rich heritage of our school. Annesley has already enjoyed a successful collaboration with the Lions over the last few years, and this collaboration represents our commitment to innovation and developing the strengths, passions and skills of young people. We're more than pleased to continue this by hosting this event for this first time event. We're thrilled to have our own entrant into this competition for the first time. I can't mention their name. And I wish their poster and all entrants posters the best of luck. Good luck, judges, on making your tough decisions today. I'm glad it's you and not me. Congratulations to all the students across the various schools for getting this far. Regardless of the outcome today, I know you have grown from constructing your own understanding of peace through service in the process of creating your poster. Wish you all a wonderful time here today in Gillingham Hall.
Thank you so much, everyone there. Beautifully spoken words by all of our guest speakers there. Really appreciate you doing that for us. So let me just take you through and provide a little bit of context as to where these posters come from, where the competition has come from so far. So for those of you that are new to Lions, this will be worthwhile information, and hopefully anyone watching online, if you're a Lions club out there that haven't been part of the district but a part of the Peace Poster competition, this might give you a little bit of a motivation incentive to be a part of it next year, hopefully. So Lions clubs have sponsored various schools across our whole district. Our district runs pretty much from Anzac Highway and Greenhill Road in Adelaide, completely north to the border. So we cover a lot of distance in our district, and so all Lions clubs are eligible to enter any schools and get schools or community groups into this competition. And so today, all of our entrants are from schools. Excuse me. Each school have put their posters either into the curriculum of the school, or the children have done it in their own time. So I appreciate the efforts of either case there. The schools then have their pool of posters to choose from, and the club then judges a club winner from that selection of schools. So a club can have as many schools or community groups sponsored and being part of the whole competition. So in this case, we've got a few clubs that've got one school involved, and we've got one club who's actually got 3 schools involved. So that's fantastic that we get so many participating. So a school can have as many children in their level of competition as they like, and that way they simply are judged as a school and that one little group there. So each school therefore has a representative at this level of the district level of judging. The judges, judging of the posters is based on 3 criteria, and our panel of judges today will be given exactly the same criteria to be judging as well. And those 3 criteria are originality, the artistic merit, and representing this year's theme, which you see up on the board that's been flipping through for peace through service. Designing the posters also have a few rules, very simple rules to be eligible, and so I think it's worthwhile to go through those to make sure it's all nice and clear. The poster design must be by one student only, and it must be their own original design. All media is accepted, so they can use pencil, textures, paint, charcoal, whatever they like, and so they're all good to use. The paper size is actually critical. There's actually a range that needs to be. There's a maximum size and a minimum size, so that poster actually needs to fit within that range as well. And unfortunately, there are times where the posters are sometimes outside of those ranges and therefore ineligible. Nothing can be stapled or glued to these pieces of paper, and therefore this doesn't allow for any sort of 3D effects popping off the paper in any way. There can be no lettering or numbers of any language in the designs of the posters, so the names of the students are put on the back of the posters. And finally, the paper just can't be folded, matted or framed. It can be rolled up or kept flat in its original form. And so obviously they're flat here for us today. Excuse me. Obviously these posters here today have met all those requirements, which is fantastic and a good way to get us started. So, we've got 4 marvellous judges, and I'm going to take you and the camera over there, and we're going to go meet. So come with me. I'll bring some papers with me, and we'll go meet these marvellous judges. We'll ask them a few questions. Come on over. So thank you so much for coming along. We have, excuse me, on my right, we have some marvellous people with artistic backgrounds and highly important backgrounds. And so today, on my right, we have local artist, author, public speaker, Jill Hicks. We have Assistant Commissioner from SAPOL, Mr. Ian Parrott. We have former art teacher, Kelly Rashid. And local artist, fringe performer, and businesswoman, Caroline Ward. I'm going to start on the other hand. Those are with Jill. So Jill, I'll be there.
Good morning.
So Jill, her body of work is Jill is one of the most powerful and thought-provoking advocates for the value of sustainability and peace through individual responsibility, not just through individual and person's responsibility. Her vital work, particularly in countering violent extremism, became a focus after she was left severely and permanently injured from actions of a suicide bomber in the coordinated attack of London's transport network back in July 2005. Prior to the bombing, Jill was a respected figure within the fields of architecture and design in London. From publisher of Blueprint to director of Dangerous Minds Council, Jill was and has continued to be recognised and awarded for her many contributions to the arts, healthcare and peace building. A published author, musician, artist, mother, Jill's appreciation and gratitude for life is prevalent. She is certainly a living testament to what can be achieved through courage, belief and absolute determination. So, after what you've experienced in 2005, is there a way that you encourage children to live these days from what you've learned from your experience?
That's a really big question.
I'm a hard-hitting journalist as well now.
I'm a very proud mother of a 7-year-old, and so she's grown up with me as a double amputee as a result of my injuries. So of course she's had a very physical introduction into, I guess what I say is that what ignorance can lead to, and what we have, so for me it's education, 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 and the more that we understand each other, the more that we're exposed to each other, the more that we see each other as human beings first, and everything else after that, is absolutely vital to where I see the future of even having a hope for a future of peace. So human beings have to be first, and that's how we have to address each other. So,
Check it out. Jill's actually done a spot on TED Talk. And I watched that video, love it. So I recommend it highly for anyone to watch the TED Talks. So, would you mind letting us know what it's like to be on TED Talk? And do you think I can get on there after the introduction right now?
So one of the things about TED, of course, is the famous red circle. And I remember when I finished the talks, I was sitting at the house, and there were, I think, 5,000 people there, and I had to just, first of all, grab myself to say, this is what an incredible life moment to be here. But when I got off, I broke down in tears actually, and all the crew cried because I said, I wish that I could have felt that red dot, and just because I can't feel the ground. So that was the one thing that I haven't imagined knowing what it was like to stand on that red dot, but extraordinary, and such an amazing platform to share ideas. That's what it's about, and for people to take those ideas and ponder them, or sort of say, well, I disagree. But how wonderful to have that platform. So yeah, amazing. It was amazing. Amazing.
So jealous.
So let's say, if you get the crowd, let's get two things on the Ian Parrott, he's been assistant commissioner at SAPOL for about a year. He's held. Let me down. My apologies. He's held many positions within SAPOL prior, including managing SAPOL's communications group, represented SAPOL and South Australia on the state and national committees. Postings include Regional Police Commander for the Riverland and Marley Local Services Area, Officer in charge of the Human Resource Management Branch, Metropolitan Local Service Area Commander for the South Coast, and as Officer in charge of the Combined Operations Group. So Ian's had a long association with SAPOL. Ian's actually been part of some of the alliances that were put together for many years. They've had long association lines with SAPOL. And I think maybe that stage you probably stop getting in trouble with the law maybe and all that stuff. Julie, you know what I'm talking about. Julie got caught up with security earlier, loitering around, so we need to keep an eye on Julie over there. I see her, she's had a behind Joe over there. Exactly. Protest kept behind as well, all good. Can I ask, what is SAPOL's position in working with Lions?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. And look, firstly, thank you very much for inviting me along to the Lions International Peace Poster competition today. Yeah, look, South Australia Police have had a long history with Lions, most notably probably because of our relationship with the Citizen of the Year Award. So the first time it was awarded was back in 1979. And it's been awarded every year since about 2003. This year in particular, so I'd like to congratulate all the past winners. This year I'd also like to congratulate Graham Fenson from Port McDonald, who was the 2020 winner. Happens to be in one of the areas that falls into my portfolio of responsibility. But the award is there to recognise people's assistance they provide the police in helping us perform our duties, and that can take a range of different forms. Grant this year was instrumental in not only his volunteer service for the local community, but in a particular incident where he and his actions assisted us to arrest someone who had committed a range of offences and exemplary performance whilst staying safe at the same time as well. But yeah, the relationship with Lions and SAPOL goes back quite some way.
It was truly appreciated. Now, probably onto a more pressing question though, is what are your artistic skills like?
Look, I'm really glad you asked, because as an art judge, I'm made a little police officer, I think. But I know I'm very ably supported by three excellent judges here, so I'll be looking for some guidance there.
Next we have Kelly Rashid, my apologies there. Kelly has taught and been an art teacher across many schools across South Australia. And we'll get Kelly to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, as a primary school teacher, you have to be a jack of all trades, and so part of my curriculum was always art, and I always found it was a good expression for children to be able to give their own ideas and certainly to be introduced to many different materials, which is very important for young children, I think. And over the years, we developed quite a lot of community activities as well. Children would love to be able to display the work that they've done, and so we select some materials and they'd go into the local community halls or mayoral offices or hospitals and so on, giving a lot of, good cheer to many people in the community. So art has always reached out from schools particularly, and I think that's been a lovely way. And I can imagine what would have gone on with all these schools when they had to select the person that was going to represent their area. It must have been a very good school.
So over the many years that you've had, would there be a highlight that you can think of as being a teacher across the many schools you've been?
Every year the education department will always have a big exhibition of children's artwork, so when we could get some of our own students' work into those exhibitions, we always felt pretty chuffed about it all. And those children obviously put a lot of time and effort into their work, but you could see the emerging talents from these children as they started from very young, and as they progressed through schools, it was very obvious that they were going to go a long way. Yes, it was lovely to have that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, we have Caroline Wall. She's a well-respected and talented artist. She's a former performer for the Starlight Children's Foundation. She has worked displayed at the Starlight exhibits, and she's also a fringe show performer. Caro has started a business. She started a business running brush parties, events, and has just recently become part owner of Australia's newest female-owned multimedia company, Feel Society, where she is head of advertising, style, and events. So, Caro, you've accomplished so much over the years. What would be your proudest achievement?
Gosh. Probably my 4 children.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the Feel Society that's just been started?
I can. Gosh. It's a all-women run multimedia company, but we're trying to be and do things a little bit differently. So we're not trying to be the next Mamma Mia, and you don't certainly have to own Gucci handbag to be involved. We're about creating opportunities for other women. So we have 50 writers at the moment from Australia, New Zealand and Tasmania, writing under 5 different pillars of wellness, lifestyle, travel, food and style.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we're creating opportunities for small businesses, giving them a voice. Yeah.
Marvellous, marvellous. One last question, actually give you a round of applause. One last question, as I mentioned, Caro's been a fringe performer for the last couple of years. How has COVID affected the art industry, and is the fringe going ahead next year?
It is. In fact, I spent most of yesterday at the end hour finishing my registration because I like to apparently leave things till the last minute. I guess from an art or artist perspective, a lot of the people that I've worked with and friends with were hit extremely hard. But as artists, I think they're masters of creating opportunities, creative solutions for themselves to be able to make money. So a lot of them pivoted and changed tack and found different ways of doing their thing. So they're all right.
They're all right.
They're all right.
But the fringe is going ahead next year?
It is.
Excellent.
Maybe.
Quite.
Have they been asked to be lions? That's the question.
That's coming up later. I like that. Thank you so much, everyone. We're going to look forward to seeing you next time.
That's my job.
So, thank you so much for that. Let's get the real party out of the way. Today, the judges are looking for one winner, and they're looking to award 2 honourable mentions from these 11 posters that you see in front of us. Only the winning poster will go through to the next level of judging, which is the national level. So I'd like to ask District Governor Tony and immediate District Governor, past District Governor Kevin Masters to come up to the board, reveal those boards, and we'll let the judges peruse over them, get their professional eye over them, and we'll give them a few minutes. And during that time, we're going to head out to the crowd to see what people think. So Tony and Kevin, if you could start either end and make your way into the middle, that would be much appreciated. So first time that everyone has seen these posters, I'm going to make my way back over to the judges for a second. The judges be nice and careful, which is appreciated. First impressions of a few posters on the guys. I mean, I'm just looking at it. Keep your comments on the posters. So lots of hours going into a lot of these posters, as you can see. Judges being nice and careful. So I'm going to get the judges to stand up and they can make their way over. They can make a bit of assessment individually. They're going to get together as a group to make a final assessment as to finding out who the winning poster is going to be, as well as the 2 honourable mentions. And hopefully those students are here today with us. And obviously for the audience, for those who are on Facebook, you might be able to see in the background there that the PowerPoint presentation is flipping through. You're going to see the posters up on the screen as well, if you can't see the posters live here with us, and that way you can appreciate what the artists did skills the children have from around the state. I'm not going to reveal where these students have come from yet. I'm going to do that in a few minutes' time. But once Kevin and Tony have got that last poster sorted, we'll head into the crowd. So it's a great opportunity for students like me to see what the other kids are doing from other schools. You'll be able to tell us, you come to see where your poster is. If I might come along to you later and you can talk to me about what inspired you maybe for your posters. But I'm going to do that after. I'm not going to influence the judges in any way. So we'll give the judges a few minutes. Peter, let's move the crowd. Ray. If you don't want to be on camera, let me know. Ray, what are your thoughts so far?
Oh, they're amazing. I just looked at the ones from the previous years and I noticed it's got the current year up on the big screen at the moment. But some of the efforts that have gone into putting these pictures together, I mean, the kids have got an amazing brain. They've included multiple countries and many of them. I noticed the Aboriginal flag is on a couple of them as well, which is probably useful for an Australian entry. There's no telling what these children will be able to do in their future lives. They'll be really something, they've got great thinking minds and they're really out there. So well done to all of them. Thank you.
Absolutely. Go back away here to the line president from Angleville and Frank O'Reilly. Frank, what do you reckon so far?
Oh, fantastic. It's a great thing for our club to be able to support a student. In this case, we've supported 2 schools this year. So the idea of the competition is growing and that's fabulous. And it's just tremendous that that kids take the time to think about what peace really means, given a theme every year, and they work towards that theme. Some of these are outstanding. Excellent.
Absolutely. Let's see if we're going to be people here. I don't know, so I'm just going to waddle up to people and see how we're doing. Just be dressed. Could you do something like this? Could you do anything like this?
Well, I am a teacher of one of the students up there, so I won't say which one obviously, but they all look amazing just to see how other schools have approached it and other students have done it and at such a young age. I think for year 6s and 7s and possibly some year 8s to do some work like this, some of them you just think, wow, they're just, they're going to do well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Who should I see over here? Annette from Golden Grove. Presidente as well from Golden Grove. What are your thoughts?
They're really high standard, and it's really interesting to see how the students have interpreted the theme. I guess, because it's a poster, it's hard to decide between a lot of detail and something that really just stands out. So I'm just looking at that at the moment, but it's really nice to see them up on the screen as well, so that you can get a better appreciation of the symbols that are in there. But yeah, high standard.
Beautiful, lovely. Let's make our way around, shall we? We've got some marvellous people here. I don't know the actual. That's an actual choir. What do you think? Sorry. Number 11 there, brick in the wall, absolutely. We'll make our way around this way. Nikki from Adelaide. What do you think? What's jumping out at you?
They are also different. It is really hard to compare. I think I'm glad I'm not judging. What I take from this is not only can you appreciate the amount of time and passion that they put into these artworks, but you know, the maturity of the ideas that are in some of these artworks is, competition's a great reminder. We have to listen to these kids. They have got really strong ideas about the way they see their world, and we need to listen. It's amazing. They're amazing artworks.
So many words.
Never short of a word, you know that.
There's a bunch of tears almost here. Who have we got? We've got Rachel Bryan from Charles Sturts, President as well. I'm not going to choose just the president, but they have chats Same question, what's jumping out at you?
I'm amazed at the skill involved in putting things together. When I
know it's been a massive event, and when I put this idea out there,
absolutely. I think they're all winners in their own right, and I would definitely not want to be a judge. I think some of the intricate themes that are involved in there just amazes me. I'm not sure how much the children would have known, but it looks to me like they're very well savvy nowadays. Most of the posters have some kind of an international connection to Australia, which is wonderful. And I think that translates in children seeing that we're part of a bigger picture.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're not alone. And peace is critical in achieving a stability in the world nowadays. So all of this is magnificent, and all I can say is some of those little E's are 10 times better than what I couldn't even do what they've done.
And they beat my 6 figures down there.
They're fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
Now, what have we got here? Cool. Let's make our way over this way. Oh, if you're going to duck, I'm going to get you in here. Now, I'm going to guess we've got some parents here, one of the contestants. Let's see if you can speak diplomatically. Okay, no bias here. What are you saying apart from your daughter's poster?
So it's amazing. I'm not an artist at all, and to see kids from that age to do that is commendable. I really love everything, but hope my daughter wins. So all the best to everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, whoever wins, everyone done a good job. So all the best to the contestant.
Excuse me. No, thank you. Appreciate it. We'll give the judges a few more minutes to do what they're doing. So I'm going to move the camera over this way. I'm actually going to get off the microphone for a moment. I'm going to start revealing where some of these posters are from. And that way, for those on Facebook can get an idea. We're going to speak quietly enough so we don't influence what the judges are saying and doing. But it makes it just going to talk to the cameraman, and it's just going to have to just be on camera as well. What are you saying up there?
I'm amazed by the diversity and how the students have interpreted the concept. I think they're influenced a lot by the media, so they've taken on board what's happening across our country and across our world. I love the use of colour.
Yep.
So I think that means they see a brighter future
Absolutely.
as well. So amazing.
So much symbolism that people have picked up here. It's fantastic. Come on over this way, Peter. I'm going to talk quietly off the mic. So everyone have a chat amongst yourselves. If you feel like you need to get up and move or go to the bathroom, please do. I'm going to have a chat to the camera to all those people live on Facebook here, and let them know a few things. So at the moment we've got our 11 posters, and it looks like, just so everyone starts to know, we've got posters from schools such as Waruka out of the country, Karamulka, Minleton. We also have some metropolitan schools such as St George's College. We have a poster, as Joe Rossiter mentioned earlier, from Annesley College. We've got a poster from Pulteney, Anglevale. We also have Elizabeth South. I apologise if I've missed anyone there, but we've got a range of posters from a range of different schools, both country and metropolitan, which is great, and it's great that we've got a selection of private and public schools as well. So it's really good to get those schools involved. So I want to thank the various clubs that have sponsored those schools. We've got clubs such as City of Adelaide Lions Club, we've got Anglevale, we've got Minleton and District, we have Elizabeth Playford, we also have Anglevale mentioned there before as well. I'll read out the full list as to which student has designed each poster and each and which club they're sponsored from at the end, and that will let the judges know. So it'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are out there. I know that Evelyn was watching online earlier before, so hi Evelyn and John. Bronte was out there before. Peter, is anyone else that we're getting there?
Yeah, we've actually got someone from New Zealand, Tracy Henderson.
Awesome.
Yeah, Vice District Governor coming up in South Island of New Zealand. So we're international now, so that's pretty awesome.
Awesome. So let us know which club you're from. Let us know what district you're from. If you've got any thoughts that you said that when Peter was showing the poster before, if you've got a favourite poster, you can always let us know what number it was. If you can remember them, we can always get Peter to go back and have a look. But that's fantastic that we've got you guys watching today. I hope there's lots of people being inspired by what these kids are doing, and even to get the response from the live audience here, just amazing. So I reckon we'll give the judges a few more minutes. Any more comments there, Peter, at all?
So shout out to Vasi and Anastasia from the
Adelaide.
yeah.
Beautiful, Vasi and Anastasia. How are you? That's marvellous. Anyone else?
Not that I can see right now. Yep. So get your comments happening. Your thumbs up, your hearts, and your likes.
Let us know that you're out there. Throw us a comment here or there. Now, while this is live right now, obviously it can be watched at any time later on today, tomorrow. It's obviously going to be on the 201 C1 District Facebook page. And I'll probably ask someone if we can put it on YouTube somewhere as well, so we'll find other ways to get this video out there and what we've done today. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Happy to take on any feedback from anyone, any suggestions of what we could have done differently, and we'll worry about that for next year. So keep the comments coming through. Fantastic that you've been able to join us today. And the judges are starting to mingle together, so I reckon they're starting to get a decision together. We'll come back to that in just a few moments. So thanks for joining us. Stay with us. We'll be live with a decision soon, I think.
No, I was going to say,
Which one do you want?
So the judges haven't made a final decision yet, but let's get a few thoughts from what they've seen so far.
The artistic talent is really amazing, but the theme of service is there, and it's for us to actually interpret what we're seeing in each poster. Very, very well done, all of them.
It's almost impossible because we have so many very strong ideas coming through.
Yeah.
So for us, it's trying to come down to what do we think is an idea that's going to stretch people. It's near impossible. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. That's what I was aiming for. Well, they're all winners from the club level, absolutely. So, you know, it's the next level.
We're just having fun talking about what each person means to us too, and how we're each interpreting them in different ways. It's really interesting.
Beautiful. And what do you think it's about?
Just think as well, thank you for this opportunity. Look, it's amazing. The level of work obviously that's gone into these artworks by the kids is amazing. The age of the kids that submit this artwork blows your mind in terms of the quality they've done, and they've obviously got a lot of thought and a lot of effort into it. But like some of the other judges were saying, the really interesting part is what each artwork actually reminds us of or makes us think of, you know, in terms of what peace through service means. So, you know, it's really generating some ideas amongst us, and I'm sure that you know, all of it artworks also generate a lot of discussion amongst the Lions community, but also the community more broadly around what peace through service means. So, you know, great, but difficult, really difficult.
Don't want to be too easy. We'll let you guys make the final decision. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with the comments seem so far. It's great that everyone's blown away a little bit. Like I said, when you look at the one simple theme of Lions through or peace through service, it's amazing what breadth of ideas come up and out of it. So judges, if you are good to make a decision, you would let Julie know. Yeah, and we'll get that part up and running, we'll get that going. We'll come back together in a moment. If you get the chance as well, I'll mention it in a second. So I'm going to go through which posters belong to who. I'm actually going to start over at number 1, if that's okay. So let's go through which students produced which poster, which school they're from, and which school sponsored that school. And so we'll start here at number 1. Excuse me. So I know the judges behind me are close to making a decision, so this isn't going to influence them at all, which is good. So poster number 1 here is by Cleo. She's from St. George's College, and thank you to Adelaide Hellenic Lions Club for sponsoring at St. George's School. Poster number 2 is by Danby, who comes from Lakes Crossing Christian School, and that's sponsored by Anglevale Lions Club. Number 3 is produced by Kelsey, who's from Anglevale Primary School, which is obviously sponsored by Anglevale Lions Club. Number 4 is produced by Samara. She's from Pompey Grammar, and that school was sponsored by the City of Adelaide Lions Club. Number 5 here is a student called Sergey. He's from Annesley Junior School, and also sponsored by the City of Adelaide Lions Club. Number 6, we have from Natalie, who was from Burton Primary School, sponsored proudly by Paralawi Lions Club. Number 7 is Musi from Elizabeth South Primary School, sponsored by the Elizabeth Playford Lions Club. Number 8 we have from Emma. She is from Waruka Primary School, sponsored by Middleton and District Lions Club. There you go, Cameron's there. Beautiful. Number 9 is by Ava. She's from Karamolka Primary School, and also sponsored by Middleton and District Lions Club. Number 10 is from a student called Braden. He's from Burton Primary School, also from sponsored by Paralawi. And the last one here, obviously not least, is a student called Jack from Middleton District School and sponsored by Middleton District Lions Club. So well done to all the students for getting this far in the competition. And it's fantastic that we've got a couple of students here today who produce these posters. So maybe let's go and have a look if they're willing to come on camera and maybe talk about their poster.
Yes.
Cleo's just a moment ago. I'm going to take a seat here in front of you. Sorry, Dad. Stay there. So, Kelsey, sorry, Cleo. Sorry. Number one then, what inspired you to come up with the ideas and such colour, the ribbon, joining everything together? What were your thought processes?
Well, I think that my family inspired me a lot because they taught me when I was younger, like, about how to be like a kind person, like how to be like harmony with my friends and my school as well. And you know.
Absolutely. So you've got, I'm assuming the ribbon is a way to bind everyone together, or is it, what's the purpose, is there a purpose for that ribbon that's flowing through the whole poster?
Yeah, the ribbon like connects everyone, like through service. It like binds everyone together as one, and as like a peaceful like symbol as well.
Absolutely, it's just beautiful. And you've got a lot of worldly, iconic places of interest. What made you think that you've got the Sphinx, you've got the Dubai Tower, you've got pyramids, I think you've got the Taj Mahal.
Well, I thought like pieces from all around the world would represent peace as well, because we're all in this together, and that's how I thought it out.
Absolutely fantastic. Well said. Well done. Now, I didn't introduce myself, but I'm going to say that too. What's your name? Tanvi, fantastic. Now, Tanvi, your poster was number 2? Yes, my memory is okay. Tell us about what you thought about when you were creating your design.
See, there's like different ways of showing these, and I really couldn't choose one. So I thought maybe like if you put them all together, then the world would be like a better place. So I decided to do it.
Absolutely, which makes it, yeah, absolutely. There's so many ideas out there. Fantastic. And it looks like you've used a jigsaw piece type way of putting it all together.
Yeah, because different ways of showing peace, like connect the world in different ways. So that's kind of what I took the idea from.
Just fantastic. Isn't that just marvellous? Well done. Round of applause for Alright, so the judges are sitting down. It looks like they've made a decision. So Joy is putting together our awards for these people. I'm just going to go back one more time to the judges table. This is what the winning poster and the student gets to win, take home. We've got a nice large perpetual trophy from the district. So thank you for all the districts for supplying it. And they'll get this little trophy as well here to take home as well. So fantastic prize. They'll also get a certificate of appreciation as a little lines pin for each of our finalists here today as well. So each student will come away with something. So hopefully the winning student is here today, but we'll wait and see whether that's the case or not. You might have noticed, I'll say one last thing while we're waiting for the judges. You may have noticed a slide that was going up on the floor before these posters. There were some examples of international winners and Australian winners over the last few years. So again, for you guys in the audience and for those of you watching online, I really urge you to have a look and Google the various posters that you can see to see what some of the kids do over the last few years is truly amazing. When you look at even just last year's winner, I'll see if I can scroll back to it. If you look through to last year's winner, I personally can't believe that a 13-year-old designed it. So I'll see if I can get that to pop on up. Right, should come up in a moment. So you see there's an international winner, there's a national winner, and there's a highly commended as well. So that international winner was a 13-year-old from China. Australian winner, look at that colour, highly commended. I mean, like I say, we're struggling with coming up with winners here, so imagine when it gets to that level. So obviously you can see that the themes have changed each year, you can see how they're represented each year. So like I said, if you get the chance, and I say this to the Lions clubs that are watching online as well, if you get the chance, Google International Peace Poster entrance or something along those lines, and like I said, you'll just be astounded by the level of creativity, artistry that these students have put through. And like I said, it's for 11, 12 to 13-year-olds. Now, it's out of the entrants that we have here today, 9 out of the 11 are 12. So at least that gives them one more year to do another design for next year. They might have that opportunity to improve what they've done. We do have one student who's 11, so they've got 2 more years to get better at it. And so for those that are watching online, whether you're from a school or from a Lions Club, hopefully you've been inspired by what you've seen today. And like I said, you don't have to enter just once. You can, like I said, we've got 9 people here, 10 people here that can enter again and again. So I know at Annesley, there were some disappointed 10-year-olds that couldn't quite enter the comp. So I know that they're really hanging out and looking forward to joining them to entering the competition next year. So I urge anyone to have a go at designing the posters, just get some practice in and see what you can do. So yeah, have a go at next year if you can, guys. The competition will be running again next year. We're just waiting on the judges for a moment, which is all good. Excuse me. So what I'll do is, I'll see if I can get the judges to talk about the poster or what's maybe it's influence their decision without giving the decision, because we get jury to do that at the moment. So I'll go over the characters and I'll just ask to explore.
Fringe performer and all.
What can you tell us as to maybe what influenced your final decision as a group?
It was down to originality, artistic merit, so how well it was executed, and the main one that we were looking for was the peace through service thing. So it had to have that.
Absolutely.
And very clearly.
Did you guys go through the majority of the design decision, or was it consensus?
I think we went through both actually, because we all had favourites, but then we wanted to make sure that the criteria was being met in each one of them. So really, the interpretation of some of them brings a different message from either of us, so you have to put all that together as well. So it is hard, very hard.
I think like I said, it's fun that we're doing with us, and I had a contact there saying the same thing many times. The posters that we're getting certificates together, we're getting our peace poster coordinator is coming on over. Everything is getting organised well. She's got an assistant as well there. And so we're now waiting patiently to see who the winner's going to be. I'm going to head back over to the lectern. I'm going to pass the microphone over to Julie, who's going to announce our 2 honourable mentions, and then she's going to reveal who our winning postgrad student is. So I'm going to pass it over to Julie.
Thank you so much. I have got no idea how you chose which posters were going to be. I'm so glad I was not in that position. So thank you so much for doing that. What an awesome job. They've done a fantastic job. Now, are you ready? Remember drum roll. So, one of our winners, the honourable mention of the Lions Peace Poster Lions Club International Peace Poster Contest. And Cleo is actually here. Cleo from St George's College. And Cleo's poster was number 1. Okay, the second winner, Cleo was sponsored by Adelaide Lions Club. The second honourable mention of the Lions Club International Peace Poster Contest was Natalie Finlay, and she's from Burton Primary School. Now Natalie's not here today, but Parallel Lions Club actually sponsored her, and as president of that club, I would like to thank you. So I will accept on her behalf. Thank you. And unfortunately, the winning poster, the person is and his name is Jack Dale, and his poster is number 11. And so Kevin would like to come forward, but present him, because he's from over that direction. And hopefully doesn't get lost in the way. Okay, Jack was sponsored by the Middleton District Lions Club. Middleton District Lions Club also have a certificate, so thank you so much. Oh, yes. There is more. There is more. I'm not going to walk up there now. Well, you can come over here if you like. Because that way you can carry on. Follow the box. Follow the box. Okay. So we have an individual trophy for Jack Key. And we also have the perpetual trophy which goes to the school and then comes back to the next Peace Plus competition. Okay. So that's it there. I'll leave it there as a fact. Leave it over there. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll hand over back over to Andrew to finish up the day. Thank you so much for being here.
So just wanted to make a mistake, that second honourable mention by Natalie was posted number 6, so well done. So congratulations to all 3 of those winners, especially to Jack, absolutely deserving winner. Well done judges for making, as we know now, a hard decision, but thank you so much for doing that. Really, really appreciate your time in doing that, and you've done such a thorough and wonderful job. We're going to conclude today's Peace Poster contest. Right now, I just want to say a few thank yous first. One thing I'd like to do is, from one of our judges, from a suggestion of one of the judges, I'd just like to say thank you to the Adelaide Centre of Arts School, who actually lended us the easels to present the posters today. Massive, massive thank you to Julie, the trio, my girls, for setting up today. Massive thank you to Helen Martin, who couldn't be with us today, to help keep the poster competition organised and running well. Without her help, this would have been very, very hard. Thank you so much to District Governor Tony for being here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching what we've done here live on Facebook as well, and hopefully we've inspired a few other districts to do the same thing. We've got some thank you gifts to give to our judges as well, so we'll take those over. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you had a good time. And we've got a few light refreshments at the back and we'll leave it there. So thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time, whatever that might be. Now let's get some membership forms to these judges and get them into one of our clubs. Let's go. See you guys.